welcome to Capital Online TV. My name is Anita Ndero, and these are the stories making headlines. Deputy President William Ruto joined over 40 presidents and heads of government in the inauguration of Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja. The colorful inauguration was also graced by U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and several African presidents. Ruto, who represented President Uhuru Kenyatta, congratulated President Buhari and outgoing President Goodluck Jonathan for the peaceful handover of power. Buhari has promised to set up a command base at the nerve center of the Boko Haram and to rein in unscrupulous traders hoarding fuel. 70% of Kenyans believe that devolution has made a big difference in their lives, according to a survey conducted by Infotrack. Those surveyed, however, felt that county governments need to better manage the funds allocated to them. The study also supported the concern that public participation in the development of policy at the county level is wanting.
Of the 10 counties that we have, mentioned to you, 71.2%, which is a clear majority of the population that was, interviewed, indicated that devolution has certainly made a difference. They can see the, fruits being born of devolution, as little as sometimes they may be. Because the question we asked is, has devolution made a difference in your county? In the last 2 years, have you seen any difference since the county government came into place? Are things better than, same as, or worse than before? And 71.2% of the residents said that things were better than before.
The Orange Democratic Movement has launched a campaign to register as many voters as possible ahead of the 2017 general elections. ODM Secretary General Ababu Namwamba, who launched the Tokelezea ID campaign in Kisumu, says the party has suffered from low voter numbers in the past. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission CEO Ezra Chiloba says a shortage of funds has kept it from launching a massive voter registration drive in the country of those who turned 18 after the last general election. A group of Christian and Muslim leaders from Isili have come together to preach peace and condemn extremism. The group, led by Sheikh Salim Denda, says they target the youth who are increasingly being lured into joining terror groups across the country. He says terrorism can only be won if religious leaders join hands with the government in fighting the menace that continues to claim innocent lives in the country.
Tumetengeneza mkutano wa kuweza kuita viongozi wa serikali na viongozi wa makanisa tuje tukae pamoja tuzungumzie amani na vile vile kushtumu vitendo ambavyo vinaendelea vya ugaidi na vitendo vingine vya ujambazi kwa jina la dini, kwa sababu hamna dini yoyote duniani ambayo inahimiza watu kufanya vitendo vya ujambazi au vya ugaidi, na kuweza vile vile kuhubiri amani na uwiano mzuri wa kuishi vyema kwa Waislamu na wasiokuwa Waislamu, watu wa dini zote.
A section of Nairobi residents have raised concern over the growing number of hawkers in the Central Business District, saying they pose a security threat. A spot check by Capital Newsbeat has witnessed hawkers operating with impunity on various streets, including Moi and Kenyatta Avenues and other parts of town. Some of the hawkers, however, say lack of operating areas and unemployment have prompted them to operate within the CBD, while claiming that they have been paying some fees to the city inspectorates. Nairobi County Government Executive for Trade Anna Othoro now says they will start arresting both the hawkers and their clients to curb the menace.
Right now, when you come here at around 7 p.m., they're difficult. You can't pass, you can't use your phone well because anyone can grab your phone, and you cannot shout because whoever will grab your phone is the hawker. They're together, they're packed, so you don't know between a hawker or just a genuine person who is selling the commodity.
President Uhuru Kenyatta says it is necessary to merge the Arusha and IGAD peace talks. He says this will expedite the return of normalcy to the youngest African nation. He made the call when he met former political detainees at State House.
Mine today, once again, is to call on all parties, the government in Juba, to call on those of the SPLM in opposition, to call on our partners here, the former detainees, for all of them to recognize that the struggle was not about position. The struggle was about the interests and the prosperity of the people of South Sudan. And their role must be to do whatever it is sacrifice whatever it is that they can as individuals to ensure that that peace, that prosperity exists.
And on to the business news. Cooperative Bank has appointed John Murugu and Lawrence Kasera to the board. Prior to his appointment, John Murugu worked at the Central Bank of Kenya for about 25 years, rising from the position of Assistant Manager in Research to the Director of Banking and Currency Department. Lawrence Kasera joined Cooperative Bank in 1995 as the Chief Manager Finance and Accounts and worked for 15 years, rising to become Director Finance and Administration and then Director of Operations before his early retirement in 2010. And finally, on to the sports news. Isaiah Kiplagat has been confirmed as a candidate for the IAAF Vice Presidency. Kiplagat is one of the 6 candidates gunning for 4 available seats, with Confederation of African Athletes President Hamad Kalkaba from Cameroon being the other African vying for the plum post. And that is all we had for you today. For the latest on these and other stories, log on to www.capitalfm.co.ke/TV. My name is Anita Nderu. Remember to subscribe and leave your comments and feedback below. Enjoy your weekend.